Hi everyone, I'm Clarice and one of the organizers of NextHack, and I'll be your host for today. We're really excited to bring you the 2022 edition of NextHack to everyone. So much so that we not only have one, but 4 NCS senior leaders chipping in to welcome all of you. On our agenda, we'll start with an opening speech by CEO of NCS Corporate, an overview of Next by its global co-leads Wintia and Tristan. Damien, Head of Products and Platforms in Next, will share why we are organizing this hackathon and unveil the challenge statements. After the introductions, we'll hand over to Pascal Bornet, who will be speaking to us today on hyperautomation and metaverse. Then I will share more information about the hackathon with a preview of its platform. Throughout the entire webinar, please feel free to drop your questions on the Q&A chat, be it to Pascal or about the challenge, and we'll get back to you right at the end. So without further ado, let's welcome Kuo Pin, CEO of NCS, to give the welcoming opening address.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Next Hack is back. This is an exciting regional challenge that aims to catalyze new ideas and innovative solutions from across the NCS group and among startups. It is a test bed of new products and solutions, where we bring together the brightest minds within NCS and our networks to dream of and create the extraordinary together. Last year, Next Hack saw encouraging participation and outcomes. About 2,800 persons, comprising of NCS staff and industry friends, attended the series of Next Hack events. 80 contestants took up the challenge, demonstrating a wealth of talent, innovative ideas, and much passion. We also successfully engaged with some of our clients and showed them new solutions, such as the remote pod pilot solution, as well as hyper-local targeting and activation using telco data. At the same time, Next Hack prompted cross-border collaboration between some of our teams to ideate innovative solutions for our clients. There were 3 winning teams last year: Morpheus, Insights, and Boomi. For Morpheus, whose team members are from DataSpark and NCS in Australia and Singapore, they successfully completed their first paid proof of concept. They are now getting more traction with FMCG clients in ASEAN. For Insights, the first remote pod pilot solution has sparked interest from our port authority in Singapore and can be trialed in real conditions soon. Their team members also sit in Australia and Singapore. And finally, Boomi concluded at the product solution fit stage. This year, we look forward to a bigger and better Next Hack. We are delighted to welcome our new NCS Next teams from ARC, Raleigh, 2359, 8020, ClayOps, and Velocity, as well as teams from Dialog to this event. For the first time, the hack is also now open to the startup community in Asia Pacific. This is in line with our aim to help governments and enterprises in the region harness technology, unlocking its full potential to present practical solutions that will advance our communities and impact millions of lives. To that end, the 3 themes of the challenge this year, namely tech for sustainability, energy savings and decarbonization, hyper-automation, and metaverse for business, are areas that NCS is keen to grow further and tackle challenges with our clients and partners. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, SG Innovate, SMU Incubator, Open Innovation Network, Startup SG, Intuitive, Agorize, and Plug and Play for helping us reach out to the startup community in Singapore and in ASEAN. Our sincere thanks for your strong support. True to the purpose of Next, we are here to ignite possibilities for our clients and partners. And when technology ignites new ideas and possibilities, there are no limits to what we can make happen. I encourage all of you to actively participate in the Next Hack 2022 and join forces to ignite new possibilities.
Thank you, Kuo Pin. Next up, let's welcome Wintia and Tristan, global co-leads of Next, for an overview of what Next is all about.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. This is Wintia Goh. I'm a senior partner at NCS and one half of the team leading Global Next.
Hi everyone, Tristan Sternson. I'm the other half of the team leading Global Next, and very excited to be part of my first Next Hack. I'm also the former CEO of the ARC Group, and we're here to talk a little bit about Next as well. So we had our huge launch week this week with One Global Next, and what we've done is we've brought together all of the Next different capabilities, what we call our superpowers across the region, all the companies we've acquired, all the brilliant people that we have in our team to be a 2,000 plus strong team across the region, which is really cool because our new go-to-market is all about igniting possibilities. So we're going to ignite possibilities for the whole of the NCS team and looking at futuristic solutions, the solutions of tomorrow that we can bring today to really bring some new possibilities to our customers, our partners, our people, and also our communities like we're doing here in the Next Hack.
Yep. And so the Next Hack is a very important program to help us fulfill our purpose at NCS Next. It's going into its third year now. It's our yearly innovation challenge where we are trying to identify the best innovative solutions for our clients and what may be the future products to our portfolio. It's a fantastic opportunity to foster innovation, to surface new ideas, and then to get those ideas into solutions for our customers, and an opportunity really to work with teams across the region. So during these 8 weeks of enrollment, the team will arrange for industry leaders to share through a series of webinars and workshops and their views, their perspectives on the themes for this year's hackathon. And I have to say, I'm very excited by the themes this year. They are sustainability, hyper automation, and metaverse for business. So all the very pertinent topics that's on the minds of everybody who's interested in innovation and technology today. So I encourage all of you, our colleagues in NCS and the startups across APAC to join this hackathon and show us the great ideas you have.
And the metaverse is my favorite topic, and I hope some of you get to join each other in the metaverse and we did part of our launch in the metaverse. It's very exciting, and there's some real world examples that can come out of that for real industrial solutions that we can come up with. I just really encourage to live and breathe the Global Next, and that is to be a truly diverse team that can deliver truly amazing solutions that no one else can deliver around the world. We have to be truly diverse, and what that means is connecting with people across borders, people in the startups, people in different areas, people you haven't worked with before, because the better solutions we get is when all of our diverse minds come together and deliver that. So please don't think of working with your friends, work with your colleagues across the region and the startups, and we'll come up with some truly amazing things to really ignite possibilities.
Yes, meaningful innovation that has a real world impact.
Thank you, Winty and Tristan. Now over to Damien, Head of Products and Platforms, to share about what we do, why we do it, and also to elaborate the challenge teams.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the launch of NCS Next Hack 2022. Whether you're from NCS or friends of NCS, wherever you are, Singapore, Australia, Hong Kong, China, Philippines, Thailand, India, Vietnam, and the rest of the world, thank you for being here today. A few words to get started about Next products and platforms. We are building cutting-edge, ready-made solutions to help our clients grow digital and transform faster. We focus on three main areas: optimizing infrastructure, automating work, and augmenting experiences. We are a unique combination of skills and experience, and we have more than 100 people across Singapore, China, and Australia, combining researchers, product managers, hardware and software engineers, designers, as well as venture builders. As a corporate incubator, we create an environment for product teams to strive by providing guidance, mentoring, coaching, funding, market access, and technology support. Innovation. In 1943, Thomas Watson, then president of IBM, said, "I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers." And although this remark makes us smile now in hindsight, he was actually right at the time from the lens he was looking at it, considering the size of the computer and considering the market and the need to have access to such massive compute capacity. So innovation is sometimes just about reframing an existing problems to find new solutions. Albert Einstein said once, if I had an hour to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and only 5 minutes thinking about solutions. So innovation is about creating a portfolio of opportunities for the future to transform businesses and lives. Why the next hack? The next hack is NCS response to the need of continuous innovation to identify early new solutions to existing and future problems. So we want to engage everyone in the process, from the entire NCS community, of course, but as well as the entrepreneurs out there working relentlessly to create the new. So this year we've identified 3 problems areas. The first one is on sustainability, energy, and decarbonization. Second one is about hyper-automation, and the third one is metaverse in business. So I'll go through each of them very quickly. Energy and decarbonization. The stakes have never been higher. Rising cost of energy, coupled with bold decarbonization targets, puts nations and corporations under a lot of pressure to manage their energy consumption and their carbon footprint. There's an old saying that says you can't manage what you can't measure. So you need to measure and track the footprints we leave behind. How we work, live and play, how we buy and consume and discard products and services. So in other words, how might we use technology to bring better traceability, transparency into supply chains to help take bold and impactful actions that can have long and lasting effects. Number 2, hyper-automation, which is defined as a business-driven, disciplined approach to rapidly identify and automate as many business and IT processes as possible. So hyper-automation uses a combination of technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotic process automation, integration platforms, as well as low to no-code tools and solutions. So in other words, how might we make it easier and faster to identify and implement automation opportunities across businesses? How can AI-augmented automation help businesses reduce their costs to become more competitive? And last but not least, metaverse in business. There are so many definitions, it's actually hard to keep track. Is it just a new internet? Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, calls it a platform that turns the entire world into an app canvas that can be augmented with AI, cloud, and mobile technologies. Mark Zuckerberg of Meta described it as an immersive virtual reality that will enable social experiences that connects individuals who live far apart. So today the internet is controlled by a handful of platforms. Metaverse is meant to be decentralized, for users to really own and control their data. So what will change? As a business today, do I need a metaverse strategy? Are my customers already in a metaverse? And which one? And to do what? And should I build my own? What is the metaverse economy? How do I transact in the metaverse? What currency do I use? In other words, how might the metaverse help established and new businesses find new markets and acquire customers? I'll wrap up with this. The challenge is open to everyone internally, to NCS, but also to entrepreneurs and startups globally, whether you have already a footprint in Asia or if you're about to explore one, if you have plans to do so. We have partnered with Plug and Play, Agorize, SMU, SG Innovate, NTU with Intuitive, as well as AWS to reach out to you guys, and hope you will find this challenge interesting and you will join us for this exciting next 8 weeks. We'll have a lot of very exciting webinars, panel discussions, and workshops that are organized all for you guys. Again, a big thank you for joining us today and for being here. We're looking forward to your participation. Thank you very much, and back to you, Clarisse.
Thank you, Damien. Now let us welcome Pascal Bornet, an award-winning expert in artificial intelligence and automation. Pascal is a pioneer in the field of intelligent automation and the author of the bestseller book, Intelligent Automation. He has received multiple awards and is regularly ranked as one of the top 10 global experts in the fields of artificial intelligence, and automation. He shares daily on social media and was named Global Top Voice in Tech by LinkedIn in 2019. The Q&A chat is now open, so please remember to use it. Over to you, Pascal.
Thank you, Clarice. I'm so proud to be part of this event. Thanks for the invitation. Let me bring you now into a journey to talk about hyper-automation that I also name it intelligent automation, as well as the metaverse. So let me bring some slides to support this exciting discussion. Over the coming minutes, I'm going to talk about one of these decades' most impactful and exciting technology trends. It is called intelligent automation, or IA to make it shorter. It has been ranked #1 most important tech trend of 2021 by the famous research company Gartner. So IA, you will see, is a new breed of artificial intelligence that is reshaping the way we work, the way we support clients and patients, and the way we successfully run businesses. So before starting, let me introduce you to Anna. Anna will assist me with this presentation. Anna, how are you? Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello, Pascal. Thanks for inviting me. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. You might not believe me, but I am not a real person. I have been built using machine learning. Pascal programmed me to help him share his insights with you, and at the same time demonstrate the cutting-edge capabilities offered by technology today. I am very excited to be with you today.
Thank you, Anna. We are very excited to have you with us today. We often say that pictures speak more than 1,000 words. To introduce the benefits of intelligent automation and the metaverse, I will show you some horrible pictures. So they present the reality of our world today that IA can help and change forever. So let's start with the customer experience. And believe me, I took this picture a few months ago. Hundreds of people lining up to buy a train ticket. More than 90% of unhappy customers don't even bother complaining. They just leave and they go to the competition. So there is a need to drive better their satisfaction and their loyalty. And this can be done by digitizing and automating customer experience. But even when those processes are digitalized, very often they are a headache. Spending hours filling up forms, uploading documents on the web, entering the same information from one website to another. I mean, raise your hand if you haven't ever had the same experience. I mean, and again here, all this can be automated, can be streamlined. For example, just by reusing the data that you already entered in one system to another system. Let's talk now about the employee experience. And believe me, again, I took this picture just a few months ago. Can you imagine working in such an environment? And it's not surprising that according to a recent survey, 85% of the employees are not satisfied by their work. And this is a critical issue for CEOs as well. According to Harvard Business Review, companies that care about their employees' experience are 4 times more profitable than those that don't. This is how a calendar gets messy when best practices are not followed. That's my calendar, by the way. So there is an urgent need to digitalize documents, automate tasks, coach employees using virtual assistants so that we can create a work environment that people enjoy and where they can thrive. Let's talk now about the medical doctors. And this picture shows that more than 80% of the healthcare organizations have their physicians facing burnout due to work overload. And here again, a need to digitalize and to automate to free them up from admin tasks and leaving them more time to take care of their patients.
Pascal, can you stop here?
Yeah, no.
Enough of horrible pictures for today.
Okay.
Now that we understand what intelligent automation needs to change, can you tell us what IA is and how it can help solve these issues?
Of course, Anna. Let's define IA by explaining what it is not. It's not about those physical robots that we've seen in the manufacturing industry over the last 2 centuries. Officially coined in 2017, IA is a new type of automation, and it is the automation of tasks that are performed on computers. So any task that you can perform in a computerized environment can be automated with IA. Think of sending emails, reconciling files, identifying patterns on an X-ray, or predicting sales, for example. IA has become one of the most important trends of the decade because of one very important fact. More than 80% of the people in the world work on computers. So this means that more than 80% of the people can grab the benefits from IA. They can be more productive and they can have a more exciting work experience.
Pascal, I did some research yesterday night on the benefits of intelligent automation, and here's what I found.
Of course, please go ahead, Anna.
IA improves business efficiency by 20 to 60%.
That's true. And this is available across functions and across industries. And this is not a nice to have. I mean, we've seen that in this COVID period, only the companies that are digitalized and automated have been able to survive. And some of them have even been able to thrive.
On average, IA increases by 50% the customer satisfaction.
That's true. And this is by providing better products and services faster, cheaper. So basically driving the top line, driving the revenue growth.
It significantly enhances the employee experience.
This is correct. And this is by eliminating or automating 60% of the repetitive and transactional tasks, leaving the more value-add and exciting ones to the people. I'm thinking here of focusing on strategy, relationship, creativity.
IA has the potential to save 10+ million lives per year.
Exactly. And this is by supporting research, clinical trials, disease diagnosis, and patient support.
I heard that more than 50% of companies in the world have already started to implement IA. Can you tell us how do they use IA?
Of course. Anna, here is a very powerful framework to answer your question. IA is achieved by mimicking the 4 capabilities that employees use in their work activities. It includes the vision, the execution, the language, and thinking and learning. And as you can see on this framework, people are in the center. They are a critical component to ensure the success of IA. Indeed, I'm used to say that IA is built by people for people. So basically training, change management, education are vital. Each of those 4 capabilities leverages a portfolio of technologies. Let's start with the vision. The vision is the equivalent of the eyes. It is supported by a technology called computer vision. So basically it allows computers to analyze images, recognize letters, objects, and view the environment. For example, it is always painful to remember codes and passwords. So this is why face recognition is now used to help withdraw money at ATMs in China. Another example of computer vision is this system that uses standard surveillance cameras in shops. So it tracks the items on the shelves and provides 2 key benefits. The first one is with automated restocking, the system identifies that a product has been taken from the shelf and directly orders a new one to the supplier. Second key benefit is that it allows for cashierless shopping. As the system identifies that you took a product, it automatically proceeds with its payment from the client's account. So basically, no checkout, similar to Amazon Go, for those of you who are familiar with this, the concept. The big difference is that it is cheap and accessible to all shops. Let's move now to the second capability, which is execution. Execution is the hands and legs. It allows computing programs to accomplish actions in a digital environment. So think of typing, clicking, opening applications, sending emails. The key technologies supporting this capability are robotic process automation, smart workflows, and APIs. Let me walk you through an example of use of robotic process automation. The technology used here is called RPA, robotic process automation. And this software robot will perform something that many of us are doing on a daily or weekly basis, which is basically building a report. You can see the robot at the top corner, at the bottom corner right. The robot has extracted data from different systems and now collating this data into Excel to perform some analysis. So we had to decrease the speed of the video, otherwise you wouldn't see anything. So those robots are moving 6 to 10 times faster than a human can do. After building those analyses on Excel, the robot is now copying and pasting those analyses into the PowerPoint to prepare the presentation. And this is the final outcome in the form of slides. So this is coming from the real case of a client that used to perform this work on a weekly basis, every Monday morning, spending the whole morning building these reports. Now, this robotic process automation software is programmed to perform this work on the Sunday night, so that when this person comes in the office on Monday morning, the report is ready for this person to focus on the value add and exciting activities, which are working on the comments, on the explanatory of the performance. Those robots, those RPA robots, can do anything we can do on a computer. So for example, here, this robot is chasing emails to clients that haven't paid yet their bills. Finally, on the topic of robotic process automation, let's move into a funny one. Man versus robot. So basically at the top, you have a man, at the bottom, you have the robot. Both of them are doing exactly the same task, which is about entering data into a system, extracting a report from this system, and then sending this report by mail. So let's see who will win this contest. It seems the robot already finished after 16 seconds. So the man took 15 minutes, 5 seconds, and did 2 typo errors. And the robot took only 16 seconds and didn't do any error. So the lesson learned from that is that RPA programs are better and faster than you at performing repetitive, transactional, rule-based activities. And we like it. And we like it because it helps us to refocus on more value-add and exciting tasks. Let's move now to the third capability, which is language. Language is like our mouth and ears. It is supported by natural language processing. This technology gives machines the ability to speak, to write, to interact, to interpret, basically to derive meaning from human language. For example, let me introduce you to Jamie. Jamie?
I'm really pleased to have helped so many people, but I've only just started my banking journey. I still have so much to learn.
We can't believe that it's been 3 months since we launched Jamie, and we're really pleased with how she's going. I think customers generally are loving her. She's had well over 12,000 customer conversations.
Lots of people ask me how to open an account.
She's an evolving piece of work, and so by putting her out into the world, we're able to find out how people are responding to her and what they think and what they want from her.
Hi Jamie, how can I get a new credit card?
I can help you order a new credit card.
Since launch, you've been available to customers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How are you coping with the workload?
It's nice of you to ask, but I'm a digital entity and I don't need to sleep. But sometimes, when no one is talking to me, I watch cat videos on YouTube. Don't tell ANZ I said that.
We won't say anyone. Thank you, Jamie. So Jamie has been delighting ANC clients for more than a year now, helping them to open bank accounts, answer their questions. And with this, ANC increased customer satisfaction by 15 points. Let's move now to the last capability, which is thinking and learning, which is basically similar to our brain, which is supported by a technology that most of you know as machine learning. It gives computers the ability to analyze, create insights, predict, make decisions, and learn. For example, business forecasts built with machine learning help companies to reduce by 50 to 80% the employee workload. It helps to increase the speed to build those forecasts from weeks to minutes And most importantly, it improves significantly the accuracy of those forecasts.
This is very clear. IA leverages 4 capabilities, and each of them is supported by different technologies. Can you give us an example of how we can combine these capabilities together?
Of course, Anna. Now for you to understand the power of IA, let's take a full use case. This picture shows the traditional way to open a bank account. So basically, you need to go to a branch. You'll spend there 1 to 2 hours answering questions and providing documents. Now, with the support of IA, here is the new customer experience. So basically, you sit on your sofa, you're using your phone, and you can open your bank account in just a few minutes. How does it work in the background? A typical bank account opening process involves 8 steps, as you can see. So traditionally, they used to be very manual, such as reconciling files on Excel, manually uploading documents, sending emails. And as a result, it used to take, in average, 3 days to 1 week to open a bank account for a new client. Now, with the help of IA, the process is fully automated end-to-end. As you can see, each step of the process is automated using a different IA technology, such as intelligent workflows, RPA, computer vision, machine learning, APIs, and more. So basically, the color coding refers to the capability that we've just seen in the framework. The combination of IA capabilities enables to create synergies and to automate the most complex end-to-end processes. So basically, automating end-to-end processes instead of isolated tasks is the most optimal way to increase business impact. And this combination shouldn't be only at technology level, but also at talent level. So successful companies have been able to merge their different teams, such as the data science team, with the process automation team, with the customer experience team, and you name it. So back to our example, as a result, the new automated process provided a higher customer experience and a higher employee experience and reduced the cost by more than 50%.
With technology constantly improving, IA keeps on evolving, continuously creating more potential to benefit companies. Can you give us a look at what the future holds for IA?
Of course, Anna. Let me give you a glimpse at how IA and the metaverse will enable the future of our world and the future of work. So first of all, let's talk about the dematerialization of the office. Imagine if we could get rid of our keyboards, screens, and other hardware and have the capacity to work anywhere at any time, away from the limitations of the physical world. So this is the future of dashboards. Dashboards using augmented reality. So how impressive is it to interact with a 3D dashboard larger than your desk, leveraging eye tracking and hand control? Interacting with any surface, like on a keyboard. Another key trend I want to share with you is remote work, leveraging 5G. Trucks can now be driven remotely from hundreds of miles away. So the Swedish company Voices has designed a remote system that uses 5G. Voices claims a glass-to-glass latency of 40 milliseconds, which is extremely fast. So according to the company, drivers feel as if they are in the truck. Another example in China with miners who are able to work from home using 5G enabled machinery, and they can do the heavy lifting with bulldozers from their homes. Another example here in the medical sector with this remote surgery that was made by a London surgeon on a banana in California. All this using 5G, and as you can see, with an impressive precision. New ways to interact with data is another key component of the future. So basically breaking the boundaries between the real and the digital worlds. So this is a mind-blowing copy and paste from the real world to computer. This has been done using AR and computer vision by Cyril Diagne. Impressive. This app is called iScanner. It uses computer vision to count objects from a mobile phone, and just by pointing them, by pointing your camera at them. So, and it does it as you've seen in just a few seconds. So it's a life changer for professionals in retail, inventory management, merchandising, and others. Now, what if we could learn how something works just by looking at it? So this step-by-step augmented reality user guide empowers technicians with real-time access to relevant information. New ways to communicate without the constraints of distance. This is the future of speaking engagements with holographic telepresence. So this technology gives you the power to give a speech or meet face-to-face with other people in the other side of the planet in real time. It relies on the combination of depth sensor with augmented reality. Now I will show you the most impressive demo of the decade. Microsoft executive Julia White will demonstrate how it is possible to create an incredibly lifelike hologram of yourself and make this hologram speak in another language, in your own voice. Let's have a look.
Let's get started. First, let me introduce you to Mini-Me. There she is, my perfect holograph. And thanks to the power of HoloLens 2, she just floats right with me. I'm literally holding my hologram, so natural. Now she's a little small to do a keynote. So let's get her up so she can do full-size Japanese keynote. Render keynote.
So very impressive demo. This demo combined two technologies. One is mixed reality and the other one is neural text-to-speech. So basically, imagine a world-class professor giving a lecture that any student could attend from their home and understand in their own language. New ways to design is another key trend of the future. This is how deep learning can be applied to architecture design. So supporting designers generate more ideas and faster. This is how drones and machine learning help Melbourne's traffic design team. So basically the data of the flow of vehicles is collected by drones and it is used as an input to an optimization algorithm to design routes and roundabouts, making the traffic more fluid. Here is an impressive live design of an armchair in virtual reality by designer Niklas Baker. According to designers, the advantage of using virtual reality are the speed of manipulation and the immediate understanding of the proportion sizes in relation to people and to the environment. Now, how does IA and new technologies support medical doctors? Imagine taking an exhalation and receiving an accurate medical diagnosis in seconds. So thanks to deep learning, more than 17 diseases can be diagnosed from breath painlessly. This deep learning program by Harvard can detect 50 types of cancers just by a drop of blood. So cancer kills 10 million people every year from all ages, and early detection is critical for curing those people. Another trend, and the final trend I want to share with you, is the symbiosis of people and technology. So think of it. This was our desk 20 years ago. Remember that. Technology has progressed such that each of the tools that we used have been digitalized. Furthermore, they've been integrated first in computers, then in mobile phone, soon in glasses. And as you can see, the technology makes these tools always closer to us so that we can use them better. The next step will be probably lenses. the next one will probably be the capacity to interact with technology using the electric signals from our muscles, and that can predict our hand movements, for example. Then through internal sensors in the form of electrodes connected with physically to our brain, like what has been done last year at the University of San Francisco, who created system enabling speechless people to speak. So similar to the recent Neuralink by Elon Musk. The ultimate stage would probably be implanting a chipset in our brain, enabling us to connect with technology through our thoughts. So augmenting our memory, our capacity to think. If you're familiar with the movie Upgrade, that's definitely what could happen.
The content we have just shared comes from the first reference book dedicated to IA and hyperautomation. This book has become a bestseller. It is available on Amazon and all your favorite bookstores. Profits from the book sales are donated to charities in charge of educating people in needs to new technologies. It was a pleasure to share this presentation with you today. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Anna. It was really great to have you with us today. I mean, we could share about IA and the metaverse for hours, but I would love to hear from you, and I would love to get your questions and comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Pascal, for that inspiring session. Now the floor is open to Q&A. We've got so many questions coming through. Let me start with the first one. So what's the difference between intelligent automation and AI? That's the first question that we have. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like this question because, I mean, I'm assuming that when we talk about AI, we talk about machine learning specifically. And machine learning is, as we've seen in the 4 capabilities that I presented, it's one of the capabilities. It's thinking and learning. It's basically the equivalent of our brain, okay, that is capable of understanding, predicting, learning. Intelligent automation is much broader than that. It embeds artificial intelligence, so machine learning, as a key component, as a key capability, one of the 4 capabilities that we've seen. So I like to answer this question by saying artificial intelligence, understood as machine learning, is like a brain in a jar that has no legs, no hands, that can't speak, can't hear, can't see. If you give it those other capabilities, you create intelligent automation that has the capacity to automate any of the processes that we can do in a business.
I see. I think the analogy made it a lot clearer to the audience here today. So down to the second question, could you talk a little bit more about the large-scale deployment of IA and the impact in human workforce? So I think the audience here is worried that the technology might overtake their capabilities to work in the workforce. What do you have to say to that?
Yes, that's a very important question, and that's a very important point to discuss and to solve. Very often, the main reason why those large transformations can fail or not reach their full potential is because of us humans. And it's understandable. We see some change coming. We see especially this change that can take our jobs, and we've seen it happening. So we might be reluctant, and we might do everything that makes this transformation fail, whether we want, I mean, consciously or unconsciously. So how can companies overcome this issue? The first thing is to be very clear and frank with the people. The first thing is about informing on what are those transformations, why do we bring those transformations, and what are the benefits they bring to the company, but not only to the company, to the people themselves. I've seen, just from my experience of leading hundreds of those transformations, teams with very low morale, people coming to the office to do a work that is a machine work. I mean, like, for example, entering data from invoices received in hard copy into a computer, doing this 8 hours a day. I mean, I wouldn't even wish this for my worst enemy. So helping those people, getting rid of those transactional repetitive tasks that transform them into robots, basically, giving them the opportunity to be to work on more exciting value-add activities. Taking again this example, so it was a team of 30 people doing this keying in of invoices on their computer during 8 hours per day. We've automated more than 80% of this work, and those people have been reaffected to 2 key activities. Part of the team has been reaffected to automating more tasks in the company. So basically a kind of a center of excellence that manages those automations. And most part of the team has been reaffected to customer care, customer service. And those people are now engaged with people during the whole day instead of being focused on their computer keying in those information. So the morale of this team has really changed, and the turnover of the team has really decreased over time. So information of the employees is key. Then education, giving them the capacity to understand those technologies and third thing, to empower them to use those technologies. So Damien talked about low-code type of technologies or no-code. These technologies are giving the capability to everyone in the company to participate in the transformation, to basically automate their own work so that they get rid of the hassle of those transactional work and can focus on spending more time with their teams, with their clients, on more creativity. That's a long story. That's an important question, definitely.
Yeah, I suppose it's just to give like humans more meaningful work at the end of the day.
Exactly.
In summary.
That's all about this. Taking the robots out of people so that people can be more human.
Yeah. I think that's a good summary. One more question. Could you give a real life example of IA deployment that you personally really like?
So many ones.
Yeah, I see you sharing a lot on your social media. Yeah.
I think the one I just mentioned is one that really, so the one of those 30 people who are keying in those invoices during the full day of their work, because when those people were relieved, because it was really this, relieved from those transactional tasks, I remember they celebrated it. They invited all the project team, all of us, to celebrate in the restaurant, and then we went dancing, and it was really, I could really feel the impact on those people and their family, and because it has repercussion when you're happy at work. It mirrors in every of your relationship in your life.
We've got a question by Nisha Sen. So what are your thoughts on the ethical implication impeding the adoption of IA in the future?
This is a very important question, and ethical points, privacy issues are topics that we need to take care and to be very close to. And I like, coming to my mind now are those use cases of automation or using artificial intelligence that can help to identify the ethical issues that we see. So do this automatically, basically identify the biases that are embedded within those systems. And those systems have biases basically for one key reason, is because they've been built by us, by human, and all humans have biases, cognitive biases. So we embed them into those systems. So you have the capacity, we have the capacity today to use technology to identify those issues so that we can solve them. So I really like the way that we try to use technology can become an issue, but using technology to solve this issue is, I think, the right way to work on it.
And we have another question by Mitchell Thomas. What industry do you think has the biggest capacity for improvement when it comes to IA?
Good question. I mean, the answer is all industry and all functions can benefit from IA and from the metaverse and those different technologies. Which one will benefit more? When we talk about intelligent automation, all companies have support functions. When I think about support functions, I'm thinking about supply chain, HR, finance, marketing, and so on. All those functions that are service-based functions can benefit from the automation that we've seen on computerized environments. Of course, those industries that are more service-oriented, I'm thinking here of telcos, of banking, insurance, can benefit even more because their full operations can be automated using IA. Now, regarding the metaverse, it's the opposite. It's more the grounded, more brick and mortar type of industries, and I'm thinking here of manufacturing, chemicals, and you name it, that can benefit from the metaverse, especially for trainings, for educating, for solving issues, critical issues remotely, for example, and so on. So that's two different use cases and type of industries.
Yes, indeed. I think we've got time for maybe one last question. So we've got one question from Anonymous. It says, read that most RPA projects fail. Do you know which projects fail and why?
Oh, that's
yeah. We'll round off with a tough one.
Yes, yeah. No, that's a very good question, and I think the answer to the question is in the question. It's the same as your first question. When we think about artificial intelligence, using only artificial intelligence to support business processes, this is limited because you only use one of the capabilities. If you use only RPA, of course, you'll only do transactional repetitive tasks but there is no brain behind that. There is no capacity to have language, to view the environment. So you're very limited. So of course, the use cases that you can do are so limited, and the impact will be so limited that stakeholders will be disappointed. The investment that will flow into it will be limited, and so on. So it's really about combining those different technologies, combining those different capabilities that I presented, that you create synergies and that you can create the impact in a company. And again, we talk a lot about technology, but people behind that are so important. So it's not only about combining technologies, but also combining different talents. So different teams. I'm taking care of the data science team, the robotic process automation team, with the process excellence team. All of them should work together to build those use cases.
Thank you, Pascal. I think we've got actually a little bit more time. Do you mind if we ask you a few more questions? Because we've got so many streaming through.
Okay, no problem. It's 11 p.m. here in San Francisco.
Okay, we'll bear that in mind. Maybe a couple more questions for you.
No problem.
We've got a question by Roshan. What is presented is the good side of IA? What about the bad side of IA?
Yes, the bad sides of technology, I would say, definitely. And I think it's I understand the question, like, if we push intelligent automation and automation further and further to a certain point, what is the risk? What is the risk for our society, for companies? So in the book, we explain a few critical success factors to make these impacts as beneficial as possible for the society and for companies. You remember the benefits? First of all, saving 10 million lives per year, saving trillions of dollars from avoiding accidents, avoiding fraud, and so on. That could be reallocated to double the budget for education and for health in the world. And so the stake is very clear, and I think it's worth thinking of getting there and pushing automation further. Now, a few problems that we already see. The first one is with automation and technology taking more space in our world, we see that there is a growing discrepancy between the richest and the poorest in the world. And we can't afford, I think, to move beyond with technology and benefit only to a few of us. So I think there is a critical success factor is to implement an equal sharing mechanism that helps us to share the new revenue from this automation equally across people. I'm thinking here of UBI or universal basic income or similar mechanisms that helps us to share this new revenue equally across the people. Another key imperative is to think of reviewing the way we educate. Today, most of schools spend more time educating on, I have kids, they educating on math, on language, all those skills that are important to understand the world, but that at the end of the day, technology is as good or even better than us at those. I think we should wonder what are the capacities that technology can't reach, can't manage, and those capabilities we should focus on. These are the ones that makes us complementary with technology. And I'm thinking here of creativity, critical thinking, relationship with others, so empathy, for example. All those technology won't be able to achieve those capabilities, at least in the next 2 decades. So we should focus education on those points. And lastly, I think, imagine a world, if we push really automation further, imagine the world where robots will be working for us, and we will be happy because at the end of the day, we will be sharing equally the wealth coming from those automation, and we can dream of being on the beach and robots working for us. Huh?
Yes, I suppose that would be the life that we envision for ourselves.
I'm dreaming too much here, but imagine this, and why not? Why not? I mean, when you think about it, today we are getting educated and to get a job, and we are spending our lives working on jobs. So we might not end on the beach, but at least decrease the amount of time we spend working and reviewing the purpose of schools. I mean, the term school is coming from skole in Greek and ancient language. That means leisure. So basically, it means, school at that time in ancient Greeks was about understanding what you want to do with your life. So what is the meaning of my life, and what do I want to achieve? I'm on Earth. I'm coming on Earth. I have like 80 years on Earth. What do I want to do? What is the impact I want to bring? I want to bring to the environment. I want to bring to the people, to the society. So I think if we have more time to spend with our families, spend on our passion, and if we are educated to really rethink what is the purpose of our life, then the role of automation really plays a role that is meaningful in my view.
I think with that that thought that you just gave us to digest, I think it's a good time for us to end today. And I think it will leave the audience really a good afterthought. It is something that we should all think about. Yeah. So thank you, Pascal, for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good afternoon. Bye.
You too. Have
Bye-bye.
a good night. Sorry for keeping you up.
No problem. See you.
See you. Bye-bye. All right. So now I'll be sharing more about more information on the challenge, the one that you guys have been waiting for. Enrollment is very easy and straightforward. You'll be able to find more information from the challenge website later. We'll flash the QR code for you to log in. So as a recap from what Damien said, we have 2 categories in this challenge. Entrepreneur is open to any full-time employees of NCS Group and affiliate companies. There's $5,000 cash for each winning team. You get to visit the NCS Innovation Center, be it located in Australia or Singapore, and we'll include the flight and stay. And also an opportunity to join products and platforms incubation program to turn your ideas into a real product. And for the entrepreneur category, it's open to the startup community around APAC. We're giving away $10,000 worth of cash prize to each winning team. In addition to that, we'll feature your winning product in the NCS Innovation Alley, which will provide high visibility to your product to all our NCS clients. And you'll become a part of our NCS ecosystem of partners whom we will collaborate with on joint POCs and projects for our clients. So this is the link to our challenge platform. To participate, you'll need to create an account. All communications involving the challenge and submission of your entries will be done through here. So make sure you sign up today and be kept in the loop. Take note to select the right category you're eligible for when creating the account. If you have any questions on the challenge, head to the mentor or admin section to drop your message. The application phase for the hackathon will start from today. It will run through to 28th of October. During the 7 weeks of application period, there will be talks and fireside chats from industry and thought leaders that will be open to everybody. So the finalist selection will be announced on 4th of November. All the finalists will get access to coaching and mentoring sessions to help them prepare for their pitch during this time. And for the grand finale, it will be held in a physical location on the 18th of November. And with that, we've come to the end of our event. We hope you've enjoyed your time with us today. And on behalf of the Next Hack Organizing Committee, I'd like to thank everyone for spending their precious Friday afternoon with us. And should you have any questions related to the challenge during these whole 2 months, feel free to contact my colleagues and Deepak and myself. Thank you.
Thank you.